So, we are moving right along in our probability unit. Today we're going to be talking about experimental probability. So remember that theoretical probability is the probability of what we expect to happen. So if I roll a die, there's 6 sides. I expect, there's a 1 out of 6 chance it'll land on a 4. But what we expect isn't always what happens. Okay? So, we're going to say that I can calculate. Let me make sure this is lined up so you can see. Experimental probability. Remember that you are writing in pencil. I'm only writing in pen so that you can see it on the video. Okay? So, experimental probability is the probability based on trials of an experiment. So based on the outcome of when you tried it, what happened. Okay? So it's still the number of times the event occurs, so the number of times you see the thing you want to happen, divided by the total number of trials, the number of times you tried. Okay? So, this guy says, you are practicing your free throw shots and you record your results. If you miss 8 times and make a basket 12 times, what is the experimental probability that you will make your next shot? Write your answer as a reduced fraction. So we are looking for the probability of making it. Okay? Make sure that you write this part. You need that part. It's like your label. Okay? So you missed it 8 times and you made it 12 times. So we're looking for the number of times you made it, which was 12. Then to find the total, I'm going to take the number of times you missed and add the number of times you made it. 8 plus 12 is 20. So you took 20 total shots. Okay. And then we are writing it as a reduced fraction. So now I'm going to think to myself, what can I divide both 12 and 20 by? That is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Bam. Okay. All right, next one. You flip a coin and the results are shown below. What is the experimental probability that you will land on tails? Write your answer as a decimal. Okay? So we're looking for the probability of tails. So this table says that the coin landed on tails 68 times. And then to find the total, I'm going to take the number of times it landed on heads and add the number of times it landed on tails. Which is 150. So that was the number of times you tried it. Okay. So I'm going to turn that fraction into a decimal. I'm going to take 68 divided by 50. Sorry, 150. You get 0.453, and we'll stop there. We'll round it to the nearest thousandth. Okay. All right. Last one. You spin a spinner 25 times. So look, that one already tells us the total. Thank goodness. Okay? The results are shown below in this table. What is the experimental probability that you will spin a yellow or blue? So the probability of yellow or blue, and that we know it's out of 25 trials. So I'm going to take the number of blues, which was 4, and add the number of yellows, which was 8, and get 12. So the number of times it landed on yellow or blue was 12 out of 25. To make that a percent, I'm going to take 12 divided by 25 is 0.48, and then I'm going to multiply it by 100, and you get 48%. Okay? So, it is like theoretical probability, except you maybe have to read a table or a graph. Let's flip over to the practice. I think there's a couple I want to chat with you about. Okay. Let's do, I'll do one from level 3 with you, or I'll start it with you. I feel like you guys got this. You've been crushing it, so full confidence that you don't need me to do that many with you. Also, there's only 6, so I don't want to do that many with you. Okay, let's do this one on level 3 because it's got some bigger numbers. You're bored during quarantine, and you decide that you're going to roll a 6-sided die 7,000 times. So first of all, that's our total. It tells us 7,000 times, and the results are recorded below. What is the experimental probability that you will roll an odd number? So we're going to find the probability of an odd number. We already know that it's out of 7,000. Make that a clear 7. There you go. Okay, so now we need to figure out how many total times did you roll an odd number? Well, 1 is an odd number, 3 is odd, and 5 is odd. So I'm going to take those number of times that you rolled it and add them together. So you rolled a 1 988 times, plus you rolled 3 1,034 times, plus you rolled a 5 1,280 times, which is 3,302. And it's asking for a percentage rounded to the nearest tenth. Okay? I might put it up here. So I'm going to take 3,302 divided by 7,000. 0.47171428. That's good enough. So then in my calculator, and you can do this with yours if you have a student one, just type times 100. And look, you don't have to retype that whole long decimal. Oh, so much easier. So you get 47.171428%. And we're going to round it to the nearest tenths place. That's one number after the decimal. Look next door. The arrow is pointing at a 7. The 7 is 5 or bigger. That tells me that the 1 that we underlined goes up to a 2. And then everything else after what we underlined goes away. And we put our percent sign at the end. So, you guys got this. I have full confidence in you. You guys are doing so great. It's been really fun to see how much you enjoy this unit. Have a great day. Good luck.